In an ancient time, when a terrible evil threatens the land, only one man can save the world.
Say what? Get out of here.
What? What's the meaning of this?
Oh, we'll just take off that broken record.
I say.
Here, hold my earrings while I take this monster down. I've got your back, darling. We just might burn down this town. Oh no, oh yeah. When you're up against a challenge and you need a helping hand, we've got an arsenal of fireballs, steel stilettos, and a cat. Oh yeah.
Hi, and welcome to Here Hold My Earrings. My name's Al, and I'm your DM today. With me are Henrietta, Yvonne, Laura, Daria, Sophie, and Ida. Henrietta?
Hi, I'm Henrietta. I'm from Norway and I play Mealy, a moon elf wizard.
Yvonne?
Hi, I'm Yvonne from Canada, and I play Cracker, a half-orc barbarian.
Laura?
Hi, I'm Laura from Germany, and I play Byleth, a tiefling wizard.
Daria?
Hi, I'm Daria. I'm from Poland and I play a tiefling sorcerer named Zenis.
Sophie?
Hi, I'm Sophie. I'm from Wales and I play a human wizard named Charlotte.
And Ida?
Hi, I'm Ida. I'm from Sweden and I play Lilith, a wood elf cleric.
Excellent. All right, take it away.
Okie dokie. So, last session, we're on top of one of the watchtowers fighting the Zentrum with the lieutenant guy and his double, who is actually Susna in disguise. Zenis obliterates a bunch of the Zentrum with a fireball, which also sets fire to the balustrade and a corner of the tower that had like some ignitables, filling the place with black smoke. Of the Zentrum that survive, most either jump into the ocean or just surrender. But we wail on the ones that are still fighting. And then the real lieutenant guy, Diego, escapes into the ocean, and then the rest of the Zentrum finally give up. The fire is blazing out of control, but together Charlotte and Zenis make it smaller with some prestidigitations, and Byleth helpfully makes it green. And then we hear people cheering and calling us heroes and crying, "Long live the Queen." So we start to go down to the second floor of the tower to release the chain, like blocking the entry to the city on the waters. But then some soldier guy comes up to us and is like, "Halt!" And we try to convince him that we're on his side, but he's not buying it. So Byleth and Zenis try to get the sergeant to come and explain to the guy that we're actually on his side. So he does come and he's like, "Don't worry, babe, we're all Gucci." And then he convinces the soldier to drop the chain and our ships start moving in. So we go back to the dock and our soldiers come up from the ship and everything seems peaceful, no one's fighting. And we decide to turn in for the night because we're all exhausted and running on a wing and a prayer. So Barbara summons her tiny hut, and we summon our familiars to do some scouting. Charlotte, as Queen Elaine, orders the militia to surround the castle with General Sabine to hold them in and make sure they don't like escape or do anything nefarious. And she also orders them to keep an eye out while we get some shut-eye. During the night, Byleth identifies some vials, which I think are from the Yuan-Ti temple, maybe. The red one is a potion of great healing, and the blue one is a potion of spell restoration. You can restore 2 spell slots with it. And she also attunes to the dagger of venom and learns the infernal word for good. Charlotte attunes to the scepter of Alagonda, which starts to intensify her desire to take over the city as queen. And then we do all the other little tidbits like good berries and changing spells and whatnot. And we also start to come up with a plan. So Susna gives us the down low on the castle layout and mentions some special guards that have been brought in by Vydar. We think about visiting Euripides or ordering one of the soldiers to bring him. Oh, and also Miele has leveled up to level 4 and is now smarter than Charlotte. We ask Mullen if he knows a secret way into the castle, and he says that he's heard there's a way in through the tunnels that we used before, which he thinks leads to the well in the castle grounds. And supposedly a princess fell down a long time ago and drowned. So we also consider calling on Jet so that he can whisk us away into the castle with Blemish, because Blemish won't be able to fit in the well or something. So Charlotte sends out a paper bird to Jet, but then we walk all the way to the castle and it still hasn't come back, which is very ominous. And when we get there, Sabine has a joyous reunion with Mull. We ask her if she knows any secret entrance, and she just repeats the well story, and then suggests we fly, which kind of would be possible, but it would use a lot of our spell slot, which isn't ideal before the final boss. So then we consider sneaking in disguised as Zentarim, but Sabine tells us that the remaining guards inside the castle are like dressed differently and are crazy fanatics. So instead, she suggests catapulting through, because she's just chock full of great ideas. But eventually, we decide on going through the well, with Blemish being catapulted since he can regenerate. But he only agrees to do it if we pay off his debt. So Charlotte, as Queen Elaine, convinces him and says she'll pay off his debt when she gets back her crown. So then we go through the tunnels, go through the well, come through to a trapdoor into the well after swimming through. But now we have to get to the top. So Zenith just floats up with Miele, throws her down a rope, and while they're up there, they notice some dogs with patrols patrolling about, and they also hear like mewling from a bush nearby. So everyone starts to climb up the rope. Cracker, Mull, and Byleth all make it up, but clumsy Lilith and Charlotte fall back down with a big splash that ignites some yapping from the creatures in the bush. Eventually, they get pulled up, but as we get up, we see a bunch of dogs and their handlers, plus the guards on the wall, all converging on us. So we send for Blemish, he catapults through, taking 30 damage and breaking a few bones, and that's where we ended.
Very nice. Well done. I like the only way is Essex angle there. Yes, Gucci is the name of a very famous wizard. Yes, well done. Thank you very much, Sophie. Yes, you are in the midst of being surrounded by a number of guards. Well, a number meaning two, each of them handling what appear to be four rather fearsome-looking guard dogs. And there is a small pile of the cutest puppies right at your feet. They do seem to bear a resemblance to the guard dogs, so there may be something going on there. And the noise has also drawn the attention of a couple of the guards on the wall, who up until now had been primarily focused on the happenings outside the city as opposed to internally. Now, of course, they are concerned about what's going on behind them. Did we roll initiative? I feel like we did not, so let's do that. And Sophie, for your sins, would you like to roll the initiative for the guards? And Laura, you can roll the initiative for the
Sure.
dogs.
What sins? I'm pure.
What? Oh, sorry. It's an expression. Pure evil.
Possibly.
Laura, did you want to roll for the dogs?
Yeah, I can do that.
If you're not up to it, I can ask somebody else to do stuff like that.
11. It's not that big a deal.
It sounds like it's a big deal.
I can still manage that.
Belly has the energy to move her mouse.
Oh dear.
Was so tedious.
Oh dear.
I need a break now.
You need a Kit Kat.
Yogurt.
Yogurt break. Emergency yogurt break. Okay, so it seems like the party may be split in terms of your is this Charlotte? Oh yeah, that's right. In terms of your desires and what you're going to do. But let's figure it out as we go. So, Yvonne, what does Cracker wish to do?
Oh boy. Cracker is going to very quietly reach a hand into her bag and pull out her last ration. Oh no, I've got 2 left. Pull out a ration and break it up into tiny pieces. And using animal handling, crouching down and holding the pieces in my hand and showing the puppies, but not like giving it to them yet. Because they're guard dog puppies. Hopefully they're somewhat trained. And I'm going to say, quiet.
What did you say?
Quiet.
Oh.
Very quiet, very quietly.
Okay, yeah, let's you can definitely try animal handling.
8.
Well, I'll say that you can try it with advantage because you've got snacks.
Even worse.
No.
Okay.
Apparently they only like tofu. Yeah, so they kind of quiet down, but you're not 100% sure if it's because of what your command was or because they're maybe just intimidated by you. Their body language suggests it could be the latter, but they kind of just sort of whimper quietly as opposed to yapping. Zanice.
I'm going to ask Millie, can you send a message to Sabine to make a distraction from the guards above?
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Well done. Okay, let's have Henrietta and Yvonne roll perception checks. Henrietta, you're rolling for the guard up north, and Yvonne, you're rolling for the guard south.
13.
Well, I guess to be fair, a giant troll did just go flying over the wall and splatted in the middle of the courtyard. Pretty hard to miss. And he's bleeding profusely everywhere too. So the one in the south will rush up and shout. He'll just blow a horn. And he'll let go of the dogs. The dogs will fan out, and on their turn, they will do what they're going to do. But they seem to be focused on Blemish. Lilith.
Yes. I'm gonna tell Blemish to attack the dogs.
Not the dogs. All right.
Good Blemish.
She
Eat.
really is evil.
Who's evil?
Lilith.
She's just saying what everybody else is thinking. Do you want to roll the attacks?
Sure.
What'd you get?
Is it a bite? 1 bite and 2 claws?
I
Was
think it's on the
Yeah.
character sheet, but
It is.
Henrietta probably remembers.
1 bite and 2 claws.
All right. 9, 12, and 16. That's from the actual character sheet. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that can't be right because that's got a +0 to hit. Oh no, 5. Okay, right. So that makes sense. Yeah. So he's going to hit twice. Was that one dog, or I suppose it depends on if the first one kills the dog. 12 is not going to kill it, but the second one will kill the dog. And then it just kind of dies. Blemish looks over at Lilith. Eat?
Yes.
Nom, 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 nom. Bonus action chomp. Okay. Neely.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna do as I'm told. So I am going to send point in the direction of where Sabine was, and I'm going to send a message. And I'm gonna say, we really need a distraction here, something loud to make the guards on top of the wall distracted.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna crouch, try to hide in the bush.
Okay.
Just make myself smaller.
Okay. In that case, that's a great idea. In that case, why would you like to roll for Sabine's initiative?
Sure. 14.
We'll call it a 16. 15. We'll call it a 15, just to keep it simple. Okay. Which also means she will go later.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now the dogs will go. 1, 2, 3 will attack Blemish. The other dogs are not off their leashes yet because the other guard hasn't noticed the whole party since it is dark. Let's have Ida, Sophie, and Daria roll an attack roll each as each dog tries to bite Blemish. Okay. Wow. Well, all three of them are going to get through to Blemish, and they're going to cause a bit of damage. I guess technically Blemish should go on Lilith's turn, so Blemish would have healed a bit. So he's healing a bit at the same time he's getting chewed by dogs. All right. Byleth.
Mm. Yeah. So that is a house, right?
Yes, these are
Can't see inside, but-
structures. Yes.
Mhm.
You can't see
Okay.
inside, but it's a structure. It was
Wait.
pointed out that some of these structures along the periphery are either communal structures for the staff, the guards, or things like stables and warehouses and storehouses.
Mhm. Okay, so I want to make like a short rummaging sound
Okay.
behind the door, or it as if it sounds as if it was inside the house.
Uh-huh.
Not too noticeable, but maybe the dogs would pick it up. The dogs here.
Okay.
Yeah, with my minor illusion.
Okay. Cool. So it is an illusion. Let's give the dogs an intelligence save.
Should I roll?
Well, I'm just deciding, is it intelligence or
Oh.
perception? You want them to hear it.
Hmm.
And it doesn't
So
really
that
matter
they're
if it's not like they're not going to believe that there's a noise. So I guess it's more of a perception check. Yeah, well, why don't we do illusion? Why don't we do intelligence save? And if they fail, which they probably will, then they will notice it. What you want.
Mhm. So 40 20s or 5 for the guy too?
Well, depends on what kind of noise you're trying to make. Is it loud enough for him to hear, or is it primarily focused on the dogs hearing?
Well, I want them all to be distracted from the main main event here.
That is
So
such a beautiful building. I've never
yeah.
seen such a beautiful building in my life.
What happened
The cornicing. Look at that frame. Oh, that frame. Ooh.
What's that noise in there?
Okay, yeah, go for it. Roll 5d20s if you want.
Okay. Oh, I don't know. Down to up, left to right, I
Some
guess.
pretty high rolls for.
That's crazy, yeah.
Well, the good news is the guy believes it, so he's going to drag the dogs over that way, even though they actually want to go towards where the party is. And he will steer them in this direction.
Okay.
Well done.
At least something. And
Yeah.
can I fall
Sure you can.
prone? Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely. In fact, you should probably do it more often.
Hmm.
All right. Charlotte. Look at that little queen. Look at that little queenie face. Really
She's
reveling in it.
she's also soaking wet and probably a little bit dirty from swimming. I want to move into the bushes and next to the puppies, and I want to hide. I want to hide with the puppies
Okay.
in the bush.
Are you kneeling? Are you like on the ground or?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're, should we say you're prone, which means you have to get up and use half movement, or?
Oh, I wanted to take the hide action.
Yes. Do you want to do it by lying down or not?
Lying down.
Or effectively being on the ground?
Okay, sure, why not? Yeah.
Well, I'm not telling you. I'm just asking
I-
if, just to clarify what the tactical situation is next round.
Okay. I mean, I don't know what the difference is mechanically between like being prone and hiding.
So when you're prone, if you're in a fight and somebody's trying to shoot you with a ranged attack, they will have disadvantage to hit you. But if somebody's trying to hit you with a melee attack, they will have advantage. But you could also make the argument that being prone would make it harder for somebody to spot you in the first place.
Okay, I'll just lie prone. I'll lie prone with the puppies.
Okay. The puppies kind of like squirm back away from you a little bit because they're not sure what your intentions are. Go ahead and roll a stealth check. And you can have advantage because you're basically you've got complete cover.
21.
All right. Well done. Yes. Charlotte blends in with the bush. Zanice.
Cracker first.
Sorry. I apologize, Yvonne. Cracker.
It's okay. I'm gonna try the same thing again. Same thing again. Crouching down. I'm still crouched down. And I'm still under the bush, and I'm still trying to get the dogs to be quiet.
You're a
So
bit far away, so if you want to move closer, that'll just make it
okay.
clearer.
Sorry, I thought it was just like closer. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
that?
No, you're right. You're right. You're in the race. I was looking at Lilith for some reason. My fault. You do what you want.
No, you're right, because I'm not really under the bush, so I'm gonna go for a little bit more cover. I'm gonna move closer in.
Okay.
That's a good point. And I'm going to try and get them to be quiet with the rations again. With the little bits of rations in my hand. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. Please work. Please work.
Yes.
17? Okay.
The bravest of them tentatively crawls forward and sniffs your offered snack. Little did you know he's actually the physical manifestation of Anubis, dog-head god of death.
And he's my friend now.
And he takes the snack and he goes back to his little huddle of puppy sibling playmate friends, and they start fighting over the snack, but quietly. Well done. All right, Zanice, one good fireball ought to finish them all off.
No.
Hot dogs for everybody.
Blemish would eat them all.
You probably would.
I am also going to hide.
Okay.
Fall down to the ground.
All right. Go ahead and roll with advantage. You've seen Byleth do it successfully. All right. Yes. And Zanice also disappears into the bushes. Let's see. We'll have all of these other guards. The guards on top can't see you at all, and they're too far away to be able to hear any of you over the sound of the dogs barking, since Blemish is actually in a fight with 3 of them. The 2 guards, well, the one guard over here by the door and by the building is dragging his dogs closer to the building. He opens the door and he goes in, revealing a little bit of the inside to those of you who are in line of sight of the door. You can see that it actually looks like it's a mess hall for the soldiers and maybe some of the kitchen staff. The dogs seem to want to go in the opposite direction, which is not a surprise considering that's where you guys are hiding. Also, possibly where one of them or more than one of them have their offspring squirreled away. The other guard, having seen what's going on, starts shouting about Blemish, and he's not going to get too close to Blemish because he's already seen one of the dogs get killed. But he's getting their attention, so we're going to say that even though the guards can't see the party hiding in the bushes, some of them are starting to pay attention to what's going on with Blemish. And 2 of them who are already there fire off crossbow bolts. Let's have Laura and Henrietta fire 1 shot each at Blemish. Okay. One goes sailing past and lands somewhere in the courtyard after hitting one of the stones in the tower structure here. The other one lands solidly in Blemish's backside, and he's going to take some damage. At this point, you hear what sounds like another mangonel firing, and somewhere against the wall that Blemish came flying over, there is a thunderous crash. And even from your position, you can see small pebbles and rocks and boulders go flying from what appears to have been some sort of a typical siege engine attack, which then draws some of the guards' attention back towards the wall. And at the same time, quite a few of the soldiers on that side, your allies, presumably, start shouting something along the lines of attack. All right. Lilith.
Yes, I'm gonna tell Blemish to keep fighting the dogs.
Okay. Blemish is going to heal a little bit more. Okay. Do you want to roll again?
Sure.
Okay, that's going to miss. That's going to miss. Oh. And Blemish decapitates a second dog, literally by tearing its head off. The handler shouts, "No! Not Gracie!"
Oh no.
I know. No. All right, Neely.
I think I'm just gonna hide, wishing that I took another spell, the knock, and just hide.
Okay. You want to roll your
Yes.
stealthy.
Stealthy. Let's see, stealth. 19.
Wow. Okay. You completely disappear. You are in another dimension. No. But you are very hard to detect. Well done. And it is the dog's turn. I guess there's still 2 of them, so they'll keep going at Blemish. Sophie and Daria, would you like to roll an attack each?
Yeah.
All right. They both miss Blemish. Probably a bit distracted by the fact that 2 of their compatriots have been partially eaten. Byleth. Everybody who's
Yeah.
prone, can you put a little marker on your token just so I can keep track of who's prone?
A marker.
Yeah, like put a little, like those little, instead of a color dot, put like a little, there's like the little guys of kneeling or
That's
something
so cool.
similar.
Wait.
You guys know this, right?
That too. Okay. I think for now I want to temporarily dismiss Ivy so that she doesn't make a noise. Sorry.
Who, me?
Yeah. Her heart is broken now. So yeah, and I want to keep lying down and trying to be stealthy.
Okay. You haven't been detected yet, so I'll say that you can continue successfully. Well done. Abby will disappear. Still in there, still in your hearts. All right, Charlotte.
Do the same and just keep hiding.
All right.
Still as a mouse. Quiet as a mouse.
You say dead as a mouse?
I said still as a mouse, but then
Oh, okay, yeah. That
quiet
makes
as a
more
mouse,
sense.
I mean.
Yeah, dead mouse is pretty quiet, presumably. Cracker.
They're still quiet. I'm just like ready with snacks. Still crouched down.
All right. Did you want to prepare an action or ready an action, or you don't have to. You're not. You're not hiding.
Like,
so.
well, I'm crouching, but I'm not like I have cover, but I just don't. I'm not laying down. I'm kind of wondering if I'd make noise pulling up my,
I'm gonna say you have to either be prone or not be prone. You can be prone and have cover, or you can be not prone and kind of hiding in the bushes, but you're not going to get like cover.
Okay, so I'm crouched. In the dark. Hopefully that's something. Does that mean something?
No, it does.
No?
It means what I just said earlier. You've got to either be prone or not be prone.
Okay, I'm being prone. So dangerous.
Put a little marker on, please.
I'm finding it. Oh, that's arrowed.
Hooray!
Not quite the same thing. Not quite what I wanted.
Okay. Anyway.
Does everybody else have the same one? Okay.
Yeah. Just something to remind me. It doesn't have to be. You could put something else on if you prefer, but Zanice.
I'm still hiding.
Okay. I'm going to assume that somebody's taken their extra hidden action to tell Mullen to get down. You guys are all using that, so we'll do that. Okay. The guards are reacting to what appears to be a successful distraction by Sabine and her troops, as well as your troops. How long does that minor illusion last there?
I just wanted it to be one sound.
Right. Okay.
So
well, he's not gonna keep looking forever though. But this one can clearly see there's blemish, so he's gonna pull out a crossbow, climb up the stairs, and shoot at blemish from an angle. Ida, would you like to roll that attack?
Sure. Oh.
Ooh. Yeah, that hurt. Of course, blemish does regenerate, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have feelings. Sabine will continue with her distracting attack. And Lilith, it's your turn.
I'm gonna keep telling Blemish to attack the dogs.
Okay. Go ahead, roll 2 more.
Right.
Ooh, wow.
Claw.
Nice.
Okay, well, that's actually going to be able to finish both of them off with 2 attacks on one of them. And the 4th dog goes down with a yelp. The handler, however, is still there, and he's yelling at the rest of the guards, "There's a troll in the courtyard!"
Can I move?
Sure, you can move. All right, Mealy. There's one guard focused on you, but the other guards they're aware that something's happening in the courtyard. They just seem to be focused on what they think is a more imminent threat, which is a potential penetration of the castle defenses.
Yeah, and we got the guard inside there. Oh.
This is a doorway. Not suggesting you go through it. I'm just making sure you guys can see it.
There aren't any kind of. You can't lock this door from the outside, right? There's not a kind of a latch or anything.
Sorry, which door?
Uh,
Oh,
This
to
one.
the.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, it's lockable from both sides. It's got a lock, but it's not like a lock that you can use to keep people inside it
No.
without a key.
Mm.
You can pull it shut.
Yeah, but there's the windows and stuff too. So I'm just gonna keep hiding. I think. Yeah.
Okay. Dogs keep pulling in the wrong direction. Byleth.
Yeah, I want to just prepare. Oh no, I can't prepare to hold the dead. I think that would get everyone's attention. Hmm.
But we're over here.
Bong.
Wow. I hope nobody heard that.
Shh.
I think I want to follow Lilith and oh no, I can't. Man. Then I think I want to stand up and go here and don't want to fall down again. Yeah, fall down again.
Okay. Same as if you crawled.
No, yeah, I crawl.
For that distance, I mean.
Mhm.
Okay. Did you want to use your action for anything?
I'm going to prepare a crossbow attack in case anybody sees me. In case a guard or a guard dog sees me.
Okay. Yeah. Relatively quieter than some of the other spells you could use. Sure.
Mhm.
Okay. Very good. Charlotte.
I will stealth after Byleth. Na, 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 na. Where are you going?
I'm just following Lilith.
What?
I'm following Lilith. She has a plan.
I thought this is where they hide the yogurt.
I smelled yogurt.
Well, that just raises more questions. Okay. All right, Cracker.
This is so hard. I'd rather just fight. All this hiding is driving me crazy.
There's a lot of guys to fight, and they have a huge tactical advantage. You're in the
I
middle of
know.
a pit, and they're shooting down at you potentially.
I know. I'm gonna go right beside Blemish. Just crawl over here, remaining prone. I'm going to ready my longbow. Just in case they see us. And attack.
In case who sees you?
This guy here is the one I'm most concerned about. So I'm training my longbow on this guy, and
Oh.
if he sees us and attacks, then sees us, not Blemish. He sees Blemish already.
Yes.
But if he raises the alarm that the rest of us are here, then
okay. I'm
I
not
know.
sure.
It's kind of a fine point.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I'm going to. I mean, he's already shouting for people to come. What? Just a troll in the courtyard? Don't bother me. That's just Harry. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Zanice.
I'm still hiding, but going to move here.
Okay. The guard will, I guess, run up, and he disappears from your view because he's obviously going to try to get help. So at the moment, nobody's looking in your general direction. Sabine continues her distracting attack. Lilith.
Yes. That wasn't what I planned for.
We had a plan.
Well, I had a plan. I don't know if everyone else had the same plan.
They seem to be following you, to be honest.
Oh yeah. Oh, I feel so unprepared now because I didn't want to. I'm gonna move here and see if I can go inside. Open the door. Can I open the door?
Yes, the door is in a terrible breach of security. The door is unlocked.
Okay, I'm gonna step inside.
Okay. You open the door and you see that this is what appears to be the control area for some of the staff, possibly the seneschal of the castle or some other important people. There are several doors, one here, one here.
Is this door? Is it possible to open this door?
It is. It would take your regular action now because you've already used your free item interaction, but you can do that if you want. And this is a window, so you can sort of see out.
Okay. I'm not gonna open the door then, but just like peek
Oh,
my.
sorry. This is not a. Yeah, this is a window. Yeah. Sorry.
Then I'm just gonna peek out, well, or like stick out my hand here and wave for the party to come follow me.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
my
this is obviously like a hallway to like a broader living or work area. There's a lot of work boots, galoshes, and rubbers and things. There are some cloaks hanging on pegs, various things, including ropes and harnesses for horses and dogs, and some implements, including a few gardening implements, as well as some random spears leaning against the wall. All right, Mealy.
I am going to stand up
Mm-hmm.
and I am going to follow Lilith. I'm going to dash to get
Okay.
inside. And before I go, I'm just going to say follow. And I'm going to dash inside.
Okay. Yeah. All right. No problem there. The other dogs are still busy. The whimpering puppies are less worried now that people are leaving, as opposed to crowding them. Violet?
I'm also going to stand up and get inside.
Mm-hmm.
And I also want to command Blemish to get inside. I don't know if he can do it by normal movement, but he should dash if he has to.
Okay. Yeah, so Blemish will follow. He'll drop one of the carcasses of the dogs that he was chewing on and start lumbering toward the door. Does he step on the puppies?
No, don't step
I
on
guess
the
you.
puppies.
I guess you would have to go around the well anyway, so there's no point stepping on the puppies. And he pushes Charlotte away, and then he squeezes into the hallway, which is way too small for all of you. And he's dripping with dog and blemish blood. Okay, very good. Charlotte.
Can I even fit in there?
Yeah, you can fit this. There's space. It's just a tight squeeze at the doorway with Lilith, but you can get through.
Okay.
You can't stay there though, because that's where blemish is.
No.
Cracker. Oh yeah, no. Are you standing up, by the way? Because I don't know if you can get that far.
No, I'm still crawling.
Oh, then you definitely can't get that far. You
I
have to
can't?
crawl. Well, yeah, you're crossing blemish, right? So that's double movement, and then when you're on your hands and knees, you're half movement.
Okay.
I don't know about you. I can't crawl. Maybe you can crawl very fast, but like a
But if she
hyperactive
dash,
baby.
I think she can.
Yes, if you use your action to dash, you can do it.
I'll do that. I'll do it that way then.
Okay. So you're on your hands and knees still. My queen.
Yes.
Not very regal of you, is it? I think I've dropped my tiara. All right, Cracker.
I'm going to stand and I'm going to dash. I'm assuming if I am doing those things, I can't say a word to Muln, can I? Because that's an action
Well,
to stand. Well, it's half
yeah.
my movement to stand and then.
Dashing is an action, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I think I can get to here.
All right, Sinise.
I'm going to move and tell Mom to dash inside.
Okay. Muln will follow you. Yeah, the guards don't seem to reappear anytime soon. They're obviously, the one guard with the remaining dogs seems to be busy searching the dining area and not finding anybody. The other guard that disappeared hasn't come back yet. Maybe he's failing to get anybody's attention since there's just one troll in the courtyard, but there seems to be a whole full on. And as you guys are listening, the sounds from the distracting attack seem to be spreading. So now it's coming from multiple directions as opposed to just the side from which you saw Blemish launched originally. So the word's obviously gotten out. There are people clearly dying. You can hear the screams, the death throes of soldiers on both sides, which you've become quite familiarized with as a result of all the activity the last few days. All right, Lilith.
Yes. Can I open this door now
Yes, yeah. Free item interaction, sure.
and walk inside?
Okay. This is a room that is 3/4 of a circle or column, I suppose. Cylinder. There are tables, stores, some chairs, various items on the floor, various items on shelves. This is obviously some sort of utility storeroom. Lots of useful but non-magical, non-specific things. Also some herbs, spices. Might have been also just a storeroom for provisions for the general castle.
Okay.
And there's a door here.
Yes. Can I use my action to open that door to see what's inside?
Sure. You open the door and you see a door to your right and a spiral staircase that seems to lead up to the top of this tower. And
Okay.
some more provisions and supplies and boxes and crates and things. Neely.
Is Zenise inside or not?
Not yet.
Can I move here and kind of drag her inside
Sure.
and close the door?
Does she resist?
Of course not.
Unhand me, peasant. Which is
And-
probably what Charlotte would say. Yeah.
Was that my action or do I still have an action?
No, well, that's definitely your action.
Okay.
You're basically grappling her, right? She's just not choosing not to resist.
Okay. And I'm just gonna.
Is Zenith still on her hands and knees? Are you dragging her now, like a captive by the hair, by the horn?
No, I just took her hands and kind of dragged her inside, closed the door, and released her. There you go.
Thank you.
The
I'm
best
going...
Zenith can do is go limp, so she's basically being dragged by one arm,
Yeah.
like a passive protester. Mullen just sort of looks down at you at his like two discombobulated eyes, like, what the heck is going on here? Very good. Okay. The dogs continue their futile search and barking. They're now distracted by whatever it is that's in the dining hall, which of course is quite distracting for dogs because there are lots of things that smell quite nice and edible, like sausages. Byleth.
There's a door too, right?
Next to you, yes.
I'd like to maybe listen first. If I can hear any voices behind it.
Ooh, tactically clever. Okay, yeah. Let's have a perception check.
Perception. 3.
all you can hear is the sound of Charlotte huffing and puffing as she's crawling on her now practically ruined beautiful silk dress, trying to keep her tiara attached to her head,
I give
and
you
muttering
side
under her
eye.
breath something about this is a very very inappropriate way to treat a queen.
Can I help you up as a bonus action?
You can give her your hand if you want.
Okay, I'll do that.
We'll say the penalty for standing up is reduced by 50%, so she only loses 5 feet of movement,
Nice.
Thanks.
assuming she takes your hand.
Yes, I'll take her hand and smile. Think what a way to treat a
Aww.
queen. So many. There we go. And then, could I see if I can hear something behind the door then?
Sure.
Yay. Okay. Hurrah. Oh, I don't know why I did it with advantage, but 8.
That's okay. Well, you can't hear too much. I mean, there's still quite a lot of activity going on next to you. The door is, of course, wood, so it's a little bit harder. From what you can tell, it doesn't sound like there's anything there, which doesn't necessarily mean anything. It certainly doesn't sound like 15 guys hiding back there or running down some stairs or running up some stairs with full armor on, ready to burst the door open and attack you all. That you would probably be able to hear.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll give a thumbs up to Violet.
Up her
Yay.
nose?
No.
Thumbs up.
Oh. I'm just trying to start trouble.
You got a little something.
Yeah. Okay, Cracker.
Cracker's gonna move into here.
It's a pretty little view out that window. Obviously enters into a herb garden. Okay, yeah, you're in the other room.
Okay, and I'm gonna ready my great axe in case we are attacked.
Mm-hmm. All right. You won't be able to attack anything from the doorway because Lilith's blocking you, but yes, sure. All right. Sinise.
I'm going to stand up and move here.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, as you enter the room, the smell of drying herbs and spices assaults your senses. All right, guards are nowhere to be seen, which is a bit odd considering this is the security situation that everybody's worried about. But you do sense that the fighting may be starting to die down. The door's still open here, by the way. Lilith.
Yes. Can I move here?
Yeah, that's a door.
Can I open it? Because apparently I'm not doing any perception checks because Lilith isn't that smart. She isn't that intelligent.
Well, so first of all, perception is a wisdom-based
Oh,
skill.
yeah.
Secondly, there is passive perception. Passive perception, passive insight, passive investigation. That's always on. So when I'm asking you to roll, I'm asking you to tell me if there's anything that, you're basically trying to see if there's something else you wouldn't normally be able to detect. So the normal things that you would be able to detect, like a really loud scream, obviously loud banging of doors, the running of dozens of men in armor, that's going to happen anyway. So, but you're not necessarily, unless you're rushing, like you're dashing from place to place, in which case all of your passive skills are going to be significantly reduced. And that's true of campaign map movement as well. So if you guys are hustling to get from one town to another, trying to make up time, you won't be noticing ambushes as easily, for example. Sorry. So did you want to do something else? You're at the door.
Yeah.
You should have decent perception because you're an
I
elf.
do
And
have.
you have
I do have.
proficiency in it.
Can I listen to see if I hear anything before
Sure.
I open the door?
Absolutely. With your long pointy ears, absolutely.
19.
Ooh. So you don't hear anything immediately on the other side of the door. but you can hear off in the distance some what sounds like a faint vroom, and then a scream.
I'm gonna tell Cracker what I heard.
Okay. All right. Mealy.
And can I just move here so I
Back?
don't block the door?
Sure. Yeah.
Let's see. I am going to move. See, 5, 10, 15. I'm going to move over here again, and I am going to cast a message and point towards where I last saw Sabine. And I'm just going to say, hopefully, I'm going to connect with her, and I just say, "Thank you, we're inside." And I think it's 120 feet, so should be, if she moved around here, should be
She'll
able to
respond,
catch.
"Good. We've already lost a dozen men. Good luck."
Thank you. And I'm just gonna move back. Should be. And that's me.
Okay. Good. You can all hear the barking of dogs, and they sound like they're potentially getting a little closer. You can all, without having to put too much work into it, guess that maybe the dogs are heading back towards your general direction now.
Yeah.
Yes. Ooh. All right. Byleth.
So what door did you say was still open?
Still open? The main door
Yeah.
that you guys all walked through.
I closed
That's
that
still
one
open?
Oh, you
Yeah.
did? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I apologize.
after dragon sneeze in.
And the door mysteriously reopens.
Who is it?
um. Okay, if I hear noise from outside again, I think I would leave the door for now and try to lock the other door with my doorstop arrowhead.
Oh, right. Yes.
So that it needs a DC 20 to get through.
Okay.
I need to remember
Yeah.
picking it up again.
Well done.
Mm,
Yes.
yeah,
You jam it in real good. Okay. Very good. Well done. Good use of an action there. Sometimes you don't need magic.
mhm.
Yeah. Charlotte.
Oh, is there a keyhole in this door?
Is there a keyhole in this door?
Mhm.
Sure.
Can I peek through the keyhole?
Yes. Let's see. You see this. You don't see the whole room. You just see part of the room. And there seems to be a spiral staircase at the end of what you can see,
Okay, cool.
and nobody in it.
Excellent.
I aim to serve. Cracker.
Cracker's gonna move to here and grab Lilith by the arm and say, "Wait."
Okay.
That's me.
Okay. Denise.
I'm gonna move to here and cast False Life on myself.
All right. Let's say that other guard's probably now investigating the dead dogs. What's going on there? The dogs are sniffing around. They seem to be getting a little bit louder again. Maybe they're getting back to the place where you guys all are. Sabine obviously has called off her attack. All the noise from outside is dying down again. Lilith.
Yes. I'm gonna ready my sacred flame in case we get attacked by someone.
Okay. Mealy.
Yes, I am going to copy Zenith and cast False Life on myself.
Okay.
And then I am going to move behind Zenith.
All right.
Ready to go.
You can definitely hear the dogs barking more and more and louder. Byleth.
I want to move here, and the door doesn't have like windows on it or something, right? It's just a door.
No, there are no windows. It's just wooden doors.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
great. I'll go here and tell Blemish to go through the door up to Zenith and Amelie.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Dum, 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 dum. And as he's passing by a basket of carrots, he grabs one and he starts crunching on it.
sure.
Nature's broom, you know. He looks a lot better, by the way. He looks like he's no longer
Nice.
injured.
I'm just gonna wait until everyone's through
Okay.
to take my arrowhead.
And Charlotte.
I'm gonna go after everyone.
Okay. You gonna do anything with your action?
I'll ask, where the hell are we going? Oh, I mean, I'll command Mullen to follow me.
Hint, hint.
Let's go, Mullen.
So subtle.
Yeah. He's like sort of like jumping up and down. Hey, what about me? What about me? All right, it's 10:32. I think it's a reasonable place to stop and have a little break.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yogurt, Kit Kat,
He.
choose your poison. All right, see you guys in a few minutes. Hi, we hope you're enjoying this episode, and if so, please like and subscribe. And remember, the next time your DM says, roll initiative, yell back,
Here.
hold my earrings.
Here, my earrings.
This is good. I think we only need this take.
All right, so you guys have escaped notice. Well, you managed to avoid a major combat, thanks in part to some clever thinking on various party members. A little distraction here, a little doggy snack there, a little violence. Never hurt anybody. Well, technically, other people. And you're inside the castle, although you're not inside the main body of the castle, as it were. And for the moment, nobody knows the rest of you are there. They just know that there's some troll lurking about who likes to eat dogs. And there is not an immediate manhunt or woman hunt other than for the troll, which you would think would be quite a high priority, but in the context of being overrun. Cracker, what would you like to do?
So Lilith had told me about screams ahead and like beyond this door here.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna move back into this space here and very, very quietly, not in a half-orc barbarian way, very quietly say, there's gonna be some action coming up. We heard a scream.
All I heard
And-
was Elmer Fudd.
Really?
Be very, very quiet.
Yeah, exactly. Be very, very quiet. Okay, so that's one movement, and I'm gonna come back here, and I'm gonna be here, and I'm gonna ready my great axe in case we are attacked. But I'm gonna wait for everybody else to move on in.
Okay. Barbarians are going to wage. Okay. Zenith.
I'm gonna move here to not block the way and tell Cracker, I am ready.
Okay. She's ready for anything. Okay. Byleth, you feel the door handle. Well, your hand's not on the door handle, but you can see the door handle start to jiggle gently, almost as if somebody's trying to test and push the door open, but not be detected in doing so. And on the other side of the door, you also hear the whining of dogs that clearly want to be where you are.
Okay.
But
Scary.
your door jamb is holding up the doorstop.
Mhm.
Lilith.
Yes. I'm gonna ready my sacred flame in case someone attacks me or the party that I can see.
Okay. Mealy.
I am going to take out my dagger, or rather sulfurous dagger, and I am going to extend it to a short sword.
Ooh.
And be ready.
Whoop. Okay. The dogs are barking very loudly now because they can smell or sense Byleth on the other side of the door. And let's be honest, you guys have been crawling through sewers, and she's a dragonborn tiefling, so you know.
We smell, is what you're saying.
Well, I mean, you know, at the best of times, you smell a bit like sour yogurt, probably.
No.
And speaking of Byleth, it's your turn.
Yeah. Hmm. Would I be able to take the doorstop arrowhead?
You want to release
And
the door?
yeah, would the guard only get in there on his next turn?
Sorry, you want to do what now? You want to release it
Well, if
after
I
you think he's going to walk away, and then you want to get it back when he walks away.
no, if I released it now, would he come in immediately on my turn? Or would he come in on his turn?
Oh, I guess technically he's trying to open the door on his turns.
Okay. Would it be an action to take it away or a free item interaction?
What do you want to do if you had a free action? If you had a real action you could use, what would you want to do?
I don't want to go to the store and do the same. Just take it, go to the store, and
Oh, I see.
barricade the store.
There's going to be a free item interaction doubling up somewhere. So you're not going to be able to take it, go to the other door, close that door, and jam that door closed.
Mm-hmm.
That's too many items. That's too many actions and interactions. But you know what? You can take it. You can either you use an action to take it, and you use a free item interaction to close the door, which sounds like it makes more sense. But you won't be able to stop it yet.
Yeah.
Like one of those cartoons where one guy goes through one door and the other guy comes out the other door, the other guy goes through another door, and the guy goes through that door, and then you get what I'm saying.
Okay, so I can take it and then close this door.
Yes.
Okay. And would I still have my action then, or would the
No,
closing of the door
that's
be an
everything.
action? Okay, then I'll do that, and gotta look very panicked. They're here.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So you're not going to try to close the door there. Okay. Fair enough.
No, I'm going to close the door.
I mean, stop the door. You're not going to try to jam it shut.
How would I do that?
Your next turn.
You can hand it to Charlotte.
That's a free item interaction. You've got too much action economy going on.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, sure. I'm just going to stand here then.
Charlotte could take it from you.
Okay. On my turn, I'll take it from her.
And then jam it in.
And then jam it in.
It's like Violet's just walking around with this thing in her hand, like a wedge of cheese. Here, taste it. It's amazing. It's got blueberries. Okay. Her nose?
Thumbs up.
You've got something on your nose too. My queen. I thought you were taking it. I thought you were taking the door
I
jam
did.
thing.
I took it, and then I stopped it, and then I moved back.
Oh, I see. Okay. Thump. Okay. Yeah.
And
Teamwork.
Mhm.
I'll
Very
even let you
nice.
pick your nose for free.
Yay.
So
Pick your
generous.
nose. You can pick your friends.
But you can't pick your friends' noses.
No. Only
I
with my
mean-
hand.
Okay. Cracker.
Would Cracker have heard Byleth coming in saying they're here?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna come back.
Okay.
And I almost think it's better to 5:30, 35, I can get to here. I think it's better to get them to come into the room and clean up.
Hey. Are you telling everybody or what are you doing?
No, I'm thinking it.
No,
so I'm
you're
just
telling
thinking-
everybody.
Okay, I'm gonna stand here and that's what I'm gonna say. I think it's better we bring them in here and clean it up.
Okay. I realize that Yvonne is very clever about getting around my rules of conversation.
No, I think
and-
out loud all the time.
But you've done it.
Stupid.
You've done it a lot, and I realize that you're actually getting away with effectively having a committee planning session whilst not using your action economy to do so.
Okay. Oh, that's more than 6 words. Okay, back it up.
No, that's okay. I'm gonna
Let
it's
them
fine.
in.
It is what it is. I'm just gonna gently, very gently stomp my foot down.
Let them in. Let's fight. There you go.
It's more like I'm thinking out loud that, if Mia Lee were to climb up on top of the tower and then Zanice could cast a fireball, we might, but I'm just thinking this, I'm not, okay.
No,
And
I
then
just
I'm
think
gonna
my
go
own
and
stuff
attack her
out.
4 times and then, jump over the table myself and then do a pirouette.
Watch this. Yeah.
Okay. So your action is to talk to the party and
Yep.
initiate a debate. Since you're using your action, everybody can respond if they would like to. Anybody
Let's
want to
ready
respond?
some action.
Okay. Ooh, that's a call to arms for sure. I like it.
Oh, we should get the guard first.
I mean, you can't. Presumably, the guard's going to open the door because the dogs don't have opposable thumbs. They might be trained, but it's less likely. Let's just say.
I can't really see Lilith, but if I could, then I would look at her.
Okay. All right. Okay, Zanice, you've heard it all.
Can I move like to here?
Sure.
Okay. And I'm
Lemus is getting
going
slowly tickled by everybody keeps passing by him and poking him in the ribs.
and I'm going to ready mind sliver if the guards or the dog comes in.
So whoever enters the room,
Yes.
as opposed to attacks.
Yes.
What if they open the door?
Tough luck.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not trying to be pedantic. I mean, there are different scenarios here. Okay. And since it is the guard's turn, and they're baying. I guess they technically should really be all on the same turn, but they're baying at the door. So he's going to try this door. Now, you did jam it shut, right, Sophie? Or Charlotte?
Yes.
And so he won't be able to come through the doorway. He will try to use his action to do it. What was it again? Is it a DC 20?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
You want to roll for him? See if he...
Yes. I think I'm going to use my portent of a 12.
Okay. Yeah, well, that definitely will fail in this case. Yeah. I thought I had it. And you can tell he keeps trying. Lilith, your turn. Henrietta, by the way, that's sulfura, like sulfur. Just FYI. Lilith.
Yes.
Getting a bit crowded over there.
Yes, it is. I can't see the door from here, right? No.
Technically you can, because you can see through or around your colleagues, sorta, I'm gonna say. Who did I move? Did I move somebody? Sorry. And also, you guys can like squeeze past Blemish. You can also climb over this table if you need to. It's not that hard.
Okay, I'm gonna climb over them.
Okay. Yeah, you can stand on it.
And ready my sacred flame on whoever I see opening the door, coming inside. Like
Okay.
if I see the guard first, I'm gonna ready it on them. But if I see a dog first, I'm gonna ready it on the good dog.
Okay. Yeah, from your angle, you won't be able to. They'll have to basically be in the room for you to see them.
Yeah.
But sure. Okay. Good. All right. So the dogs, again, with the whole lack of opposable thumbs we talked about a moment ago, won't be able to do anything. Byleth.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna look at the party and release the doorstep arrowhead.
Okay.
You skipped me.
Oh no! Wait.
I
Melee
skipped you.
turn.
I am so sorry. I'm sorry, Henrietta.
And I was going to move. I had a plan.
Sorry.
But I think I can do it anyway. If I walk through Lilith and Denise, I think I can get here because it's 10,
Sure.
15, 25, 30.
Sure.
Let's see. Let's get.
You can even jump over Zanice.
Yeah. Parkour and land.
Sus party.
You want to make an acrobatics roll and see if it looks good?
Yeah, of course I do. I just hope I don't break my leg or something.
Sprain your ankle.
Yeah. Acrobatics. Wow.
Wow.
So graceful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you
And
like
scene.
and scene. So is it like a head over heels kind of a flip, or are you just jumping over her spread eagle with your legs and arms wide open? What does it look like?
I'm doing a somersault.
A somersault. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put my hands on her shoulder and just a somersault over and land. Really graceful.
You grab her horns and then
Yeah.
just like a pommel horse. I feel like Zanice is a little bit more powerful than you. You might want to take it easy with that kind of thing. I feel like on a bad day, she might just fireball everybody because she's got fire resistance. All right. Speaking of fire resistance, Byleth.
Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to take the doorstep arrowhead.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna move. Where can I move? All the way back. Bye. And can I still ready an attack?
Yeah, we didn't really specify if it was an action or a free item interaction. I feel like it should be an
Yeah.
action because it's like you're kind of setting it in place, right? So
That's fair. Okay. And I'm just going to stand there menacingly.
how does one eat a yogurt menacingly?
Either really fast or really slow.
I feel like you gotta like just stick your whole hand with your fingers spread wide open into the pot and then just pull it out and just like slowly smear it across your face like it was the blood of your enemies.
I don't need a spoon.
This is my mind, Charlotte. It's like this 24/7.
Oh dear. Intrusive thoughts, anyone?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Charlotte. Speaking of menacing thoughts.
I'm going to ready my frostbite for when somebody comes through that door. Be it
Okay.
man or be it beast.
Very poetic. Well
Thank
done.
you.
Okay, Cracker. You
You
can free item interaction open the door if you want to, and then still
Yeah.
have your full actions if you want. It's up to you. Just saying.
Yep, I'm liking that because the dogs aren't first. He is. So I'm gonna open the door. I
It should
kind of
be
want
like
to.
this, I suppose. Yeah.
So I guess I have to be right there, right, to open the door.
Oh, yeah, either one. I'll let you use either one. It's fine.
Okay. And I open the door, free item interaction, And
Yes.
I'm going to go for a grapple on the dude
Oh, right. Okay. Cool.
with a dirty dancing lift. and
Oh.
toss.
Oh. Are you tossing behind you?
I am tossing him right here. That's my
Okay.
goal.
All right.
Like just to slam him down right here.
Gotcha. Yep. No, that's helpful. I just want to double check. All right.
Yep.
Go ahead and
Athletics check.
yes. And he can either dodge. He can either use dexterity or strength. We'll say he uses strength, I guess. Sophie, do you want to roll his opposing?
Okay. Yeah. 11.
Yeah, you flip him over your shoulder and kerwham, he lands on his back and neck behind you, completely stunned.
And as my bonus action, I'm going to go into a rage.
Oh, nice.
Roar.
So technically that is just a single grapple, I think. Wait.
Takes.
Did I say it takes a whole action or is it an attack? Grapple toss. Yeah, it's a grapple toss. So grapple is
Yep.
an attack and you can,
Yep.
so you still have another attack if you want.
And good. Okay, I was just going to ask that because, okay. And 21
Okay.
with 12 damage.
I mean, if you want to roll again, because he's prone, so
Oh, yeah.
in case you
Oh, well.
crit.
Yeah. Okay, no crit.
Okay.
16.
Well, it's still going to hit. So 12 points, which actually is enough to finish him off. And he just dies.
Well
Nice.
You kerwhammed him and then you killed him. The dogs are baying and they're really, really upset. You killed the snack giver. But well done you, Zanice.
I'm going to come up here and close the door.
Okay. That's a free item interaction. Do
Okay,
you want to
so
attack
are we...
before you do that?
No, leave the
Okay.
dogs alone. So are we going in?
Seems sensible, right?
I'm asking the party.
Won't the dogs keep barking?
Kill the dogs.
Ignore the dogs.
Well, the other gods won't ignore the dogs.
This is true.
Lilith
But
has a
sooner or
point.
later, they've got to come looking for lunch, right? I mean, they can't leave a troll running around the grounds, and especially since it was launched by the opposing army, so clearly it's not just like a random thing. All right.
I'll leave the dogs, barricade the door.
Okay, seems like it's split. We'll let everybody decide with their actions. Zanice, that was your turn. Sabine goes. Lilith. Oh, I forgot the guards. Sorry, hang on.
Yeah.
As Zanice completes her query of the party, you hear this door behind you in the tower open, and in walks what appears to be an elderly matron-like figure wearing a rough linen dress, carrying a basket. The basket appears to have a human head in it, and she is shocked when she sees Blemish and Charlotte, and she drops the basket on the ground. But she's so shocked she doesn't even have a chance to scream. All right, Lilith.
I must have heard that, right?
You saw it.
Yeah.
We'll say she walked into the room. Just enough for you to see her.
I'm gonna tell Blemish food.
Spare the dogs. Kill the dogs. Kill the servants. Kill them all.
Oh God.
I am the queen and I demand a blood sacrifice. All right. Well, you've given an order and Blemish is more than happy to comply. Looks stringy, but okay. And he reaches through the doorway. I guess technically he could squeeze past her and Charlotte and end up in this room, but it's a very tight fit. So he's going to attack with disadvantage Go ahead and roll with disadvantage on blemish for blemish to attack this poor old castle servant.
I need to roll twice then.
Ooh, wow. 2 20s. That's pretty
Yes.
darn good. And he decapitates her. So now there are 2 heads rolling around on the floor and 1 body. Yes. Feel the dark power. Why can't we be good?
Why can't we be good?
I've never been good.
Oh.
Not with that attitude, you're not. Well done, Ida, I think. Is anybody shocked?
Nope.
A little.
Yes.
I would have done the same.
What?
Oh my god.
I'm also not good. Is anybody good? I don't.
I'm
Some
not
of you
good,
were
but I'm not bad. I'm not evil.
some
Kinda
of you were on the
neutral.
fence with respect to the aggressive dogs. I don't know how you feel about a completely innocent, harmless old lady who just happened to be
Well,
carrying
she
a ton of
saw
lead.
us. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's true. She
Yeah, and
saw
Carrying
you.
there's
So
no other way to
head.
subdue her and kill her.
there's no other alternative except to decapitate her and let Blemish eat her head. Yeah,
Blemish
exactly.
needs sustenance too.
He never gets food. We need to feed him.
He
Just
ate
ate
some
a couple of
dogs.
dogs.
What dogs?
In the name of
Well.
Queen Alyssa, I smite thee.
Elaine.
Well, the original queen. Neely.
I'm just gonna sigh and I'm gonna start dragging this table to have it in front of the door to barricade it.
Bonus action sigh.
Yeah. Just
Shoulder shrug. Okay, yeah, you managed to get part of the table there. It's quite heavy, and you're not very strong, but you know, your frustrations with the party's apparent evil turn, despite having your soul sold out to Curance, the goddess of undeath, means that you are able to get part of it to cover the door, which is more than enough to stop any dogs without opposing thumbs, who continue to bay on the other side, howling. The room's filled with 2.3 dead bodies. Byleth.
Okay. Utter chaos. I.
It's kind of your specialty, really.
I'm gonna go here. Can I loot the guard? Is there anything special about him that I can take?
His name was Jack. His wife's name is Maria. They have 3 children, Sally, Jimmy, and little baby Jack.
Too bad.
He was hoping to retire next year and move to the countryside where
No.
he had a cottage. And he raised all 4 dogs from when they were puppies, and one of them had recently whelped and produced 6 new puppies that he was hoping to raise into the next generation of family pets, stroke killer dogs, and guard beasts. He has a small
Sure.
pouch on him that has
Uh-huh.
12 silver pieces, which is a week's wages for him. And he also has 1 gold tooth. Do you want to take that?
Can I take it in this round? Looks
As Byleth
valuable.
kneels, sighing at the unnecessary loss of human life, innocent human life, she barely can wipe away the tears as she cracks this dead corpse's tooth out of his head. It's not even the front incisor or one of the easy to access ones. It's like a molar deep in the back. So she's really got to get her hands in there. And she comes up with this shiny little gold molar with her hands covered in blood. It's heavy. It feels like it might even be solid gold.
Very nice. All right.
There's something about the
Sure.
moon. Is there a solar eclipse going on? Is Venus in conjunction with Mars or something? You guys are all a bit weird today. All right, Charlotte, Queen Elaine.
I'm just gonna say, can we hold off on killing the servants until I regain my throne, please? I didn't bring any with me. Besides you guys.
That's, of all the reasons not to kill the innocents, I need servants
That's great.
myself. I need my own servants. Very good. Not exactly good, is it?
Well, it's not evil.
It's kind of selfish evil. I mean, it's like a little less aggressive than yeah. Okay, fine.
Well, I
Cracker.
think it's neutral.
Well, you would, wouldn't you? Yeah. Nobody evil ever thinks they're evil, and that's a tautological statement. If you think about it. Cracker.
All right. So Cracker's gonna go to here, shrug her shoulders, because I'm assuming that okay, a decision has been made. And I'm gonna move to here, and I just want to have a look at that head that was in the basket rolling around.
Yes.
Can I
it
identify
is.
that?
Can you identify it? Well, are you going to use the identify skill check, which means picking it up and touching it?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay.
So is that investigation?
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. 13.
Yeah. Okay. So this is very clearly similarly dressed as the body that you guys found in the sewers, if you recall that.
Yep. I have a terrible feeling. Does it look familiar? Does the face look familiar?
It's covered in a mask. Once you reveal the mask, it doesn't look like somebody you recognize immediately. It's the face of a nondescript, maybe mid-30s human male with sandy brown hair. Nothing special about his features. No distinguishing tattoos or scars, and it definitely isn't somebody that you recognize immediately.
Ooh, okay, I breathe a sigh of relief.
Okay.
I thought it might be Jet.
All right. Zanice.
I'm going to move here. Look at Lilith. Roll my eyes. It's a servant.
Blemish, of course, is completely innocent in all of this. Burp. Okay. No more guards or servants. Sabine is busy. Lilith.
I'm gonna talk to the party and say we need to get moving
Mm-hmm.
unless we want to be detected.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, does anybody want to respond to Lilith, who raises a valid point?
Yeah, it would have been nice to know how many people were with Vydar that we could have gotten from the servant, but
Mm-hmm.
let's go.
Her secrets died with her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna nod to the servant's clothes and say, "Do you want to wear these, Lilith?"
Completely covered in blood. But yeah.
Nope.
Okay. All right. Neely, your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and squeeze through to get to the door.
Yeah, no problem.
Just to be ready. Yeah.
Okay. Dogs keep howling and baying. They seem to be dying down a little bit because, well, you don't know exactly why, but it sounds maybe like they're either less interested or possibly moving off. I won't move their tokens because you don't know what they're doing. Sorry, Byleth.
I'll also start to move just here, I guess.
Okay. You gotta try to search the body of the servant.
Oh, no.
Loot the peasant.
They normally don't have anything valuable.
Not respect for the innocent person that we killed unnecessarily. There's just no point. It's a waste of action. All right, Charlotte.
God, can I even move? There's all these people in the way. I'm like trapped.
Make way, peasants.
I don't know. I'll just say, are we going outside or are we going upstairs or?
Are you asking? Is that your action to ask everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. What does everybody say?
I think we need to go through this door. It's where the servant come from, with a decapitated head. So
I
I
thought she came
guess.
down the staircase.
No,
it's
she
fine.
she came in through the hallway. She opened the door and came in
Ah.
through the hallway, which is
Okay.
why I've revealed some of the hallway now.
Ah.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to make that puzzle. Okay, Cracker.
Sorry, I was going to respond as well. I was just going to say, I think we should go in this way because I don't know if upstairs connects.
Okay.
And from what you saw outside, this is a tower that seems to have the upper levels just seem to be sort of a standing tower, and it probably helped serve with the defense of the main castle part.
Right.
Well done.
Okay. So stealthily.
Well done.
Please be right, stealth.
So are you going to action? Yeah, okay,
Oh,
right.
God. So is the door open or closed? Because I was going to open it
it's open now.
stealthily. It's open?
It's open, yeah.
Okay, and I'm just going to go to here and look around.
Okay, yeah.
What do I see?
We'll say that you're actually in the hallway just to go ahead and move it a little bit more.
Like right there?
Yeah, that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And you're dead.
No, I wouldn't do that to you. I'd give you at least a half a chance. Unlike the chance you gave the servant woman.
Wasn't me.
Not even a surrender.
Not even a cover her mouth and talk to her? Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. You can see down a couple of the hallways. It's clear that this is an open area. Oh, you can actually see this side. So there's a stairwell here in the middle that descends down. There are some doors here, and this is a small loungy area. Trying to show you what you're supposed to see and not what you're not supposed to see. So this is a loungy area. There's like a couple of chairs. These are some large double doors that obviously lead to another chamber. There's a passageway this way. There's a long passageway this way. There's stairs going downstairs here. This is a corner, and there's some double doors here.
And what do I hear?
Well, you're just passively, you don't hear a whole lot. There's some sounds of some discussions coming from this general direction, but you're not sure if it's coming from down the hallway or if it's coming from in the room or somewhere down there.
Okay.
There's less noise coming from in this direction.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Denise.
I'm going behind Cracker, and I'm going to ready Mind Sliver if anyone attacks us.
Okay. Muln is going to come up and say, the throne room is here. That's usually where Lord Neverember holds court. Lilith.
Yes. I'm just gonna move here. No.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna move there. And I'm gonna still have my eyes toward this area.
Mm-hmm.
And if I see a guard or a dog coming in there, I'm gonna ready my sacred flame on them.
Okay. Very smart. Always watch your 6. Neely.
Yes, I am going to squeeze through to make a little bit more room. Should be just enough. And I am going to. I'm just gonna stay there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any action?
I'm going to ready a dodge action. Just in
Okay.
case. Yeah.
The sound of the dogs has definitely receded, partly because you guys have mostly moved out of the area, but it's clear that they've either completely died down or they've moved off. Violet.
Yeah. Gonna go here, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And in case somebody comes down, I don't know. I ready my crossbow.
Okay. Very good. Charlotte?
Again, where can I even move? Everyone's so
Yeah, it's
congested.
pretty tight.
I guess I'll move here. And then, I don't know, chill until I get some space.
Yeah. All right, Cracker, you're close to the lead there, so
Okay, Cracker's gonna move along the wall here
okay.
and peek. I wondered if I don't know if this is an open area, so I'm just trying to establish that. I am trying to be stealthy.
Okay. Sorry, which area is an open area? What do you mean?
I'm wondering if hold on, grabbing the
This whole area is an open area. It's like this little wall here is kind of a low level wall. Oops, sorry. This is a low
okay.
level wall around a staircase that goes down.
All
That
right.
makes sense. This is a double door, so
So
you
it's
can't see
closed.
past
Okay.
that. This
Right.
is open. This is a seated area.
And there's no guards, no people around. Okay.
No, almost as if everybody's either busy manning the walls or busy with something specifically going on.
Okay. I'm gonna go to there and stop and ready my great axe in
Okay.
case we're attacked.
Okay. Zanice.
I'm going to move to here and again ready Mind Sliver if anybody attacks us.
Okay, you can see all the way down to the end of the hallway. At the end of the hallway is a small room. The door is open, and you can tell that it's a garderobe, a small water closet. And clearly there is a hallway that connects back to the other tower, and there's a doorway here as well. It's a large double doorway. Some of you can hear Cracker and Zanice and Mealy especially can hear what sounds like another vroom, but no scream this time. Lilith.
I'm gonna cast my spell aid.
Aid.
Aid. Let me see if I didn't have it there. There. On me, on myself,
And I.
Charlotte, and Violet.
15 hit points, all for me.
Yeah, only myself. To get ready for some fighting.
Okay, sorry. You, Charlotte, and who else did you say? Mealy.
Violet.
Violet. Okay.
Yeah, because Mealy has her false life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
So technically, just to be clear, aid and false life can stack.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I thought like since she already have boosted herself, I'm gonna
Sure,
do
sure.
people that hasn't been boosted.
That's okay. It's obvious who the cool kids are.
Yeah.
No, you can't sit next to us. You have to sit over there. Okay, very good. Mealy.
Yes, I am going to move. Let's see, Vydar. Yes, I can get here. And just be ready for when Cracker opens door. I'm going to prepare dodge action just in case somebody gets through the door
Okay,
before we can charge in.
fair enough. Violet.
Yeah. I wanna go here and how to say this? Wait. I want to cast Find Familiar, but I mean I've only temporarily dismissed Ivy, so she's gonna pop right back up.
Okay.
And I guess she's gonna go here to make
Okay.
space.
Okay. Charlotte?
I'll move here.
All right. Any action?
I suppose I'll ready a frostbite in case someone who looks hostile to me comes around.
I mean, quite a few people have rolled their eyes at you recently.
Well, I mean, like soldier-wise, or I don't know.
Servants.
Or like, yeah, no, not servants. Or like Lord Vydar.
Okay. Lord Vydar comes around the corner carrying a cake.
Welcome.
Not exactly hostile.
I said no chocolate.
It makes me break out in royal hives. All right, Cracker.
Cracker is going to stealthily open this door.
Yes.
Oh God.
Come on, stealth. 15.
Everybody is looking straight at you. And the door is locked.
Okay. The door is locked. Okay. That's
It can't
great.
all be unlocked.
So if the door is locked, I am just going to move to the other door. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to move. So if it's locked, I'm going to move because I'm not going to rattle a door. Yeah,
Hello?
exactly. We're here to kill you.
Murdergram.
Open, please.
I'm going to move to here.
Got a package for Vydar.
I've got a nondescript brown paper package parcel for hot Lord Vydar.
All right. Zanice.
I'm going behind Cracker. And again, ready mind sliver if anyone attacks us.
Okay.
Yes.
There's definitely some sort of a conversation going on in the throne room now. You can hear, you can't quite make out exactly what it is, but it seems to be some shouting, some angry shouting, but not a conversation, more like accusatory shouting or somebody who's having a tirade. Lilith?
Yes. I'm gonna dash.
Mm-hmm.
5, 10, 5, 10, 20, 60, 65. I'm gonna go there.
Okay. Perfect. Mealy.
Okay. I am going to go to the group and I'm going to say that I can cause a distraction at this door when you go through the other door, if you want to.
Okay. Does anybody want to say anything?
Great idea. Before I
Great.
open this door.
Bring
Yeah.
blemish.
Sure.
All right. Byleth.
I'm just gonna go here and I think I'm just gonna tell Blemish to come here. If he can. I don't know if he can move.
He can squeeze through. It's a very
Okay.
tight fit, and if he gets into combat or anything, he's going to have disadvantage on attacks.
Uh-huh.
Enemies will have advantage on attacking him.
But he'll be fine here.
He can squeeze into a standard 5-foot square, so which is weird, but he can.
Okay.
So where do you want him to be?
Well, here. Yeah. Right there.
Okay. Yep, he can do it.
Okay.
Charlotte.
Okay. I'll also dash because it seems like I'm rapidly getting left behind. So. Ugh. I'm here.
Sound effects. The sound effects. Sophie. You're so talented. Cracker.
Cracker's going to move to here and look this way.
Yeah, it's just the similar setup with the door, just right past that little bit of hallway.
Nobody there?
Door's closed.
Okay. I'm going to nod at Mealy. Time for distraction.
Okay. Mealy
has to wait her turn.
can see her sort of turn sideways, get into like the half of a runner's pose, and then just like wait. All right. Okay, Zanice.
I'm going to move to here. And
Yep,
again,
that's the
ready
door.
mind sliver.
Okay. All right. Yeah,
Is-
the sound of talking and tirades continues.
Is this the door?
That's the door, yes.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. I thought this was the door. Sorry.
That is, it looks like it could be a door, but no, it's not a door. Sorry.
'Kay.
It's meant to be a decoration inside the
I would have
living
moved
room.
up. Okay.
All right, well, you go ahead. Fine.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. I am a generous god.
We'll find out.
I don't know. I'm basically just trying to manage chaos. Herding cats. Lilith.
Yes, I'm gonna move after them.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ready my sacred flame on any god people or Lord Vydar.
Okay. Puppies, servants, children.
Yeah.
I mean, you've already killed old ladies and threatened dogs that weren't even necessarily attacking. I mean, all I need to do is send a couple of kids your way, and you'll have the trifecta. Neely,
Yes.
your turn.
Yes. Can I see the double doors from here?
You have to go around the corner.
Okay. Blemish is in the way.
He is in the way. He's so large and awkward, really.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, I am going to squeeze through here, and I am going to wait like maybe 12 seconds. No, not that much. I'm gonna wait a bit until I see Charlotte's dress move closer to the others.
Okay, very specific. Yep. Mhm.
Yeah, after she's moved. And I am going to cast knock
Oh,
on that door.
okay. So that's going to unlock the door.
Yep.
All right.
And it's gonna make some noise.
All right. Lilith.
Yeah. I'm also going to follow up to here. With Ivy. And ready crossbow again.
Okay. All right, Charlotte. Do you do a
Here I
particularly
come.
dramatic swirl of your coattails to
I'm
make the signal
striding and
obvious?
strutting and doing the model walk with my dress.
Make love to the camera.
A wink. And
Okay.
that's my action.
Okay, so there's a distraction. Oh, do I wait? Hold on. I'm thinking in my head. I'm not gonna say anything. Wait, go. I'm gonna. Can I order Blemish to go towards the door?
Which door?
That door. This one here.
The
Blemish.
distraction door? Sure.
Yep.
And what do you want him to do?
Well, eat anybody he can find that comes through the door.
Okay. So your orders are to eat people that anybody who comes through the door, like children, servants.
Oh, guards, soldiers, people with weapons. Eat anybody who attacks you.
Medics.
Medics, old ladies, grandparents. Yeah, okay, that's bad.
Prisoners.
So, yeah.
Slaves. Enslaved children medics.
And
okay.
that. I just want to give it a little bit of time so that we have a major distraction. Okay.
Yeah. Well, major distraction on its way. Okay, Zanice.
I'm gonna wait and again ready mind sliver.
Okay. It's gone
I'm gonna
quiet inside, by the way.
I'm gonna ready my sacred flame again.
Okay. Neely.
I am going to ready a firebolt.
Everybody's going
For
to ready an
anyone.
attack and no one's going to open the door.
Yeah.
All right. All right, Violet.
Mm,
You
I
can't
am
expect Queen Elaine to
also-
open the door herself. When was the last time you saw a queen open a door for herself? Come on. There's always some trumpets blaring, a couple of, men-at-arms that open the door on either side. Somebody announces, and presenting Her Highness, the Pretender, Queen Elaine.
Prepare to
Oh.
die.
We can do that with a thaumaturgy. So epic.
You could.
For now, I will just prepare a crossbow. Crossbow, bolt. Yeah.
Unless you guys want me to continue my rendition of my improvised I Saw the Sign song.
I'm just going to look expectantly at Cracker. And I'm gonna ready it in case a guard comes out or Lord Vydar.
Okay. All right, Charlotte.
I mean, same, I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Cracker.
Please tell me this door is not locked. I push on the door.
At this point, it would be such an anticlimax, and I could
Yeah.
probably drag it out for the last 9 minutes of the session, but I won't
Thank you.
because I am already tense with anticipation.
Yep. Cracker opens the door.
Cracker opens the door, and I'm going to say, you guys all step inside just so I can move you there. Of course, Mealy
Sounds
is
good.
nowhere there, so she's going to have to catch up.
I'm going to run. Run home.
Run home. That's it. I quit. Yep.
Suckers! And just run.
She still has the bag of holding with all the treasure.
No.
She's got to level up 4 levels by herself. All right.
Excellent.
Oh my word.
Oh, not the dragon.
Damn.
You see Lord Neverember sitting atop his throne, rather uncomfortably, I might add. Standing next to him are a number of guards, and the whole room is filled with both Zentrum guards as well as some militia who obviously did not get the memo. There's also a rather wet version of your friend. Also see a number of people kneeling, bound in front of the throne, including Bob. There's a clerk in the corner, which you may not be able to see yet. Seems to be counting something. There's, of course, Lord Vydar, Lord Neverember. There's also your friend Jet is kneeling. Several other members of the underworld, similarly dressed and attired as the bodiless head that you found in the basket carried by the poor servant that you had executed for being in the wrong place at the wrong time, basically. Of course, there is your friend Factore Fidget Spinner and her creations, the Charlatan Dragon and the automata that you last saw in the museum basement. But Factoria this time looks a little bit different. She's actually holding what appears to be a large, glowing, purple object. It looks a bit like a heart in the sort of artistic rendition of a heart, obviously not the actual biological depiction of a heart. And there are several dead bodies, headless, one decapitated completely and missing a head, one that is decapitated but separated between the head and the body, laying on the floor, bleeding out. All right. And of course, there is this. It is what appears to be a glowing blade made of energy. It's floating in the air and seems to be animated, moving around on its own. You suspect it may be the cause of the decapitations. What would you like to do?
Have they noticed us?
Well, so what has happened is quite a few of them were turned in the direction behind the throne. Presumably, they were distracted by the sound of the clattering of the bar that had previously held the door shut. As you open the doors are pretty wide and big, and it's a bit dramatic. So most of the guards immediately in your area turn to look at you. And of course, anybody facing in the general direction down the hall, such as Lord Neverember, the guards on the dais, and Lord Vydar, are already generally looking in your direction.
Well, I mean, Cracker's just gonna get in there. This looks fun.
Yeah.
I want to take a few steps back.
Well, I mean, let's all go in order, right? So it's
Okay.
Cracker first. You can do what you think you need to do.
Cracker's gonna move to here, and Raging just start fighting.
Okay.
Because I want to draw the attention away from murdering these guys in the middle. And I can't shout and attack. Okay, well, I'm just attacking.
Well, if you just want to use one word, that's fine. Charge, attack, die for the queen.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you use that one if you want to.
Yes, do it.
Die for the queen. Yeah, I'm saying it. Die for the queen.
Die for the queen? Oh, okay.
I want them to die for the queen.
Oh, you meant you want them to die. I thought you were saying you want.
You will die for the queen.
Everybody just lay down and die. Just. That's factor. Okay. Go ahead and roll your attacks.
All right. So I'm recklessly attacking, raging, making sure all my damage is on. Okay.
All right.
There's one.
Yeah. You hack at one guard.
There's two attacks.
That'll finish him off.
Okay.
Okay. Zanice.
Ah, shit. Why did Cracker have to run there?
Yeah, she usually does that.
Right next to all the poor, trapped, chained hostages on their knees.
And the floating death stick.
Not a lightsaber, because that's intellectual property. A sun sword.
I'm going to move here. I'm going to move here. And attack Factory with magic missile.
Factory? Okay.
Yes.
Whoa.
She wasn't even doing anything.
Yet.
Oh boy.
Oh, shit. One too many.
Okay. She screams. Yeah, I guess there's a lot of them.
That's
Let's
true.
see. There are a lot of them. I don't even know what to do here. There's almost too many to choose from.
Oh, God.
First things first, this thing's going to move, but it's not quite going to get to Cracker. So there's that positive outcome. You see Lord Vydar start to make a gesture with his hands, and he is going to say, "Rebel scum," and he is going to cast a fireball.
I knew it.
Yeah, why not? Good for the goose, good for the gander, right? Good news is it's only 21 hit points. Bad news is everybody has to make a dexterity save. Obviously, those of you who have resistance will take half damage if you fail.
Shite. I'm going to use my inspiration to roll with advantage.
You gotta... Okay, yeah. Good. Way to do it beforehand. Well done.
I'm also going to use my inspiration.
Okay, good.
Please, please, please.
Cracker, don't you have a barbarian thing where you can roll with advantage because you can see it happening? Or is that not?
Oh, I do. On dex saves, you're right. Advantage dex saves for things I can see.
Yep, you can definitely see it coming. So,
Alrighty.
yes, well done, Charlotte and Lilith. Great use of your advantage, by the way, because that's what saved you in the case of Charlotte, especially. Unfortunately, that's not going to make any difference for you, Cracker, but it didn't cost you anything either. So there's that.
Nope.
But you also have resistance. So you take 10. Cracker takes 10. Byleth takes 10.
I have double resist, so I passed the save, and then I have
Oh, you did
5
pass
resistance.
saves. Oh, yeah, sorry.
I have a
forgot it was
19.
18.
Does that?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
that's good. So you take
Okay.
5. Zenise takes 10. Charlotte takes 10. And Lilith takes 10. Unless one of you is using something like your spells. Some of you may have a spell that could help reduce that if you want to, but you don't have to use it. Okay. These guards are going to start, they're going to get over their initial surprise and start charging everybody, I guess.
But if Cracker was hit, shouldn't one of the guards also get hit by his fireball?
Yes, that would make sense. Yes, and Lord Vydar is just chaotic enough that he would not care. So there's plenty more of those. So why don't you, since you pointed that out, why don't you roll for him?
3.
Yes. Yes. Feel the dark side. My lord. 99 Centrum, standing on the wall. 99 Centrum. Okay, we got 1, 2,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 3 rather. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one will go for Zenise, I guess. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one will dash. So let's see. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This one won't quite get to Zenise. This one won't quite get to Zenise. This one won't quite get to Zenise. Actually, maybe a little closer. This one is going to run past this ninja. Daria, would you like to roll for this guy to give him a trip attack?
Not
Oh,
really.
he missed. He wasn't ready. He jumps over it easily. All right. And the wet Diego will come around as well and move forward. Factoria is going to run behind the Chardelin dragon while these two stand in front of Lord Neverember to give him some protection. I guess that'll be their movement turns. The Chardelin dragon does not seem to be activated yet. So we've got 1, 2, 3 attacks. 2 of the, oh, no, this one. Well, I guess this one can attack Ivy because Ivy takes a space. So this one will give a swipe at Ivy. Sophie, do you want to roll the attack on Ivy?
Sure.
And Ida, roll an attack on Byleth.
4.
So that'll miss. Well done.
4.
Wow, that'll miss as well. And
Nice.
Henrietta, do you want to roll an attack on Denise?
That's it. There you go. Sorry.
Aha. Okay. That'll be 6 points as it slashes away at you. All right. Lilith.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, sorry. We forgot to roll Ivy saving. Ivy's dead. Sorry, Ivy doesn't survive the fireball regardless.
Oh,
I forgot.
right.
Oh, she's only got one
Oh,
or 2 hit
no.
points or something, right?
Yeah, she does.
So, okay.
I also
Sorry.
forgot.
Oh, well.
So actually that would be an attack on
No.
Byleth, but technically it'll miss anyway. Just keep it simple.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Lilith.
Yes. I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Mm-hmm.
I need to place it. Here it is. Over here.
Wow. Ooh. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's a long range.
Yeah.
Mm.
60 feet.
Nice.
And I'm gonna attack Lord Vida with it.
Okay.
As my bonus action.
Okay.
And as my action, I'm gonna yell, We are only here for Lord Vydar.
The 21 misses.
Yep.
It bounces off of his armor.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Okay. I'll let you get away with that whole extra bit. But you're not going to get a roll. So, Mealy.
Wasn't
that's
that
your
my
action.
real
Sorry,
action?
that
Yeah.
was your. Sorry. Okay. Well, the fanatics aren't going to do anything, but yeah, let's have a chance for the militia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Let's have all 6 of them. Everybody roll 1d20. In whatever roll order you roll in. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Well, I will say that the one back here is going to change his allegiance, although you can't necessarily tell that yet. We'll see how it progresses as the fight goes on. They seem a little confused, that's for sure. Neverember isn't ready to make a public statement yet. Sorry, Mealy. Well done.
Can we say that I'm up to the door? I think I was 10 feet from it or something, since I'm not in the room yet.
Yeah, sure.
So is the door up here, or wouldn't that make sense if they came through here?
Oh, you're coming through the back. So the back is actually going to be, it's going to lead you around a little circuitous route. There's actually a stairwell involved, and you're going to end up, I'm going to move you onto the map, but you're actually going to end up on what is essentially a balcony up here.
Okay.
You're like one of the 2 old Muppets sitting in the balcony criticizing everybody.
That was really not the plan.
Well, I mean, the good news is you're not as susceptible to being attacked.
Yeah, but I didn't want to be up here. I had a plan. Okay. I am going to cast magic missile at Factory. I'm going to aim for the purple heart, actually. Can I do that with magic missile?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
Poor Factory. She's not harmed anybody.
3.
11. Okay, so I've got to keep, I'm going to have to make a special token for that just so we can keep track of it. But I will do that right after the game ends. Keep track of this on the sheet. Okay. Well done. Yeah. It seems to, you can see that it's hit, and the light seems to, the energy from your spell seems to have affected somewhat. Factoria reacts terrified and shouts something. No! Violet.
Uh-huh. I don't want to get attacked.
They have resistance. They have resistance. Or you could just go,
Just tell the dead.
Lord Neverember. He's old. He's lived a full life.
No.
There's a new younger queen in line.
Yeah, that's a good excuse for having a new ruler put in place.
I'm going to focus on the one here, and attack him with the Toll the Dead. Yeah.
Really? You guys are using low-level spells? Okay.
I wanted to use something like that requires concentration, but if I'm gonna get hit 3 times, then
That's true.
what's the
Fair
use
enough.
of that?
Yeah,
So
it's
I'm just gonna wait until they're gone, and then use all my weapons. Okay.
You hope. Yep.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Take that.
Okay.
Oh.
That's enough to kill him. And his eyes roll back in his head. His ears start bleeding, and he collapses.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. Well done. Okay, Charlotte.
Okay. I will make a little speech with my action.
Oh,
Um,
Jesus.
I will say, I'll call out, citizens of Neverwinter, I am here to liberate you from the Zentarim. Join the rightful ruler, Queen Elaine.
Lord Neverember sort of goes, excuse me.
I don't suppose I gain the bonus from my scepter, do I? On
Sure.
multiple targets.
Well, you're going to have advantage because of the persuasion anyway, because the scepter does give you a bonus when addressing
cool.
your so-called citizens. If you recall, that was one of the innate
Mhm.
abilities of it. So you'll have advantage on all of the checks. Neverember, maybe not so much. But yes, go ahead and roll. There's 5 of them left who I guess haven't been fully converted yet. So do you want to roll one and then we'll have Henrietta, Yvonne, Laura, and Daria roll the other 4?
Okay.
Yeah.
17.
17. Everybody gets advantage.
Sorry, that was the 100.
61.
Yeah, 61.
Wow.
What was
Drops to his
that?
knees and starts gently fucking. We are not worthy. My queen, I waited my life for you. I will name my firstborn Elaine. Let's see. The 17 will work. Everybody else is gonna. So, did everybody roll with advantage? Don't
Oh
think
no, I
so.
just rolled normally.
Oh, sorry.
I thought it was Charlotte who should
Oh.
roll with advantage and
Huh?
with a persuasion. But no, okay. I can.
Her speech is with advantage. Her speech gives everybody an advantage roll. Okay. So
Too many rolls.
yeah. Okay. So it's going to
That's
be
better.
2 of them are going to come over to your side. Call it the dais. 1 more in the scrum. And it is 12:17. So as much as I would love to continue this, I think this is going to take a little bit longer than 5 minutes or even 1 more round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that, well, it's a very thrilling potential ending. Will Factori survive? Will Lord Neverember? Will the party? Who's actually going to kill Vydar at this stage? He's got the guy didn't get hit on a 21 to hit. Stay tuned, folks. And what about Jet and his friend Bob and the 2 other ninja laying on the ground?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of ruined it for me since I was on the balcony. I had a plan for them.
Yes. Well, you know what they say about best laid plans.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face.
Yeah.
That great philosopher Mike Tyson. Okay, everybody, have a lovely week. I shall see you all next Sunday at the regular time because we've all gone to our appointed summer daylight times for those of us who have them. And of course, Yvonne, because she lives where she lives, does not have that at all. And I hope you all have a lovely week.
Thank
You
you.
too.
You too.
Thank
That was
you.
really fun.
Thank
and
you.
exciting.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Bye, everyone.
Yay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Take care,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.